Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, September the 28th, 2022. Wednesday, September the 28th. Okay, so I'm going to kind of get some of the minor stuff out of the way. Truth be told, I fast forwarded Maxie and Austin, nothing conversation. Okay. Then and Spinelli was there with Georgie and he left. Nothing. And Spinelli runs into Cody in the hallway coming in, and Cody's kind of threatening. No, I got information to tell on you. And Spinelli's like, well, I've already paid hush money to you. Please, I'm so sick of that. So then we have Cody coming to Maxie and say, hey, sis. And Maxie with her big mouth, she goes, oh, so Mac told you. And Cody's like, told me what? Oh, so yeah. She's like, oh, well, you know what? Just talk to Mac. Talk to Mac. And Spinelli runs into Sam at GH, and he's just waiting, just being there for Diane because they've been friends for years. And he's ends up having a heart to heart with Sam and telling her, you know what? He has a thing for Maxie. He pretty much always have, especially after he and Ellie broke up. And then he goes one step further and he says that he is the owner of Society Setups. And he's like, but nobody could know because I could be in, deep trouble with the feds. And Sam is going to end up getting out of Spinelli that Cody has been blackmailing him, which ridiculous for Spinelli to even feel he's being blackmailed, let himself be blackmailed, period. Okay. So Joss is at the police station talking to Dante about the, information that she can or cannot really hear about the killer. And one thing she told him, I just remembered something, Dante. While I was in the alley, I heard this clanking, this funny, like clanking sound. And he's looking in the report, and that's what um, Brando said as well. And he goes, well, Dex wears dog tags, and dog tags does that. And Jocelyn looked at him, and then Jocelyn went back to the pool where Dex had the dog tags on, and they were clanking as he was laying on the pool chair. And he goes, but I think you probably already know that he wears dog tags. So she doesn't give up Dex or anything, but she's thinking. And I'm thinking, okay, they're throwing us off with this because it's too soon. This is too soon for Port Charles PCPD never solves anything. They don't solve a doggone thing. So they're not solving it now. No, yes, Dex has his dog tags on, but remember in the alley, he had that the hooker had this big old jacket and this big old black something else, or it was zipped all the way up. The dog tags would not be on the outside. He would have to have zipped it all the way up and then fed them through the top. No, that's not how it happens, especially when you're trying to be inconspicuous. Why would you be wearing dog tags? That's a way to identify you right there. Oh, yeah, did you see the killer? No, I didn't see their face. But you know what? They had these two dog tags hanging in the front. So no, that's not gonna happen, right? So Jocelyn is just all up in it. But then we have Trina. Her father brings her, Taggart brings her to the hospital so she can see Ava and check on Diane. And Curtis is acting over fatherly. But one good thing he did tell Ava is, you need to fire Trina. But my whole thing is, no, not fire Trina. Why would you even say that? Ava is hurt. She can't work at the gallery for a long time. Here's the deal, Trina, I'm closing the gallery down right now. For one, I'm hurt. For two, I will not have you working at the gallery alone at all, period. So once I'm better and I can get back to work at the gallery, Trina, honey, I will bring you back to work at the gallery. And we're going to have a bunch of guards there too. Okay. If that killer isn't caught by now. But don't just say, oh, I have to let you go. I can't. She's like, I can't be your boss anymore. I'm like, oh, shut up. You're saying this all wrong, Ava. Get a grip. But she is noticing how Curtis is extra fatherly towards Trina, but he's gonna be her stepfather. I mean, honestly, he at least cares about her as Portia's daughter, you know, and he's grown to like Trina. So then we have Miss Portia sauntering into Jordan's office, slamming the door behind her, and she's just thinking she's all that in a bag of chips until Jordan finally tells her, look, you and I know more than anybody what you said in that basement when you thought we were gonna die and you thought I couldn't hear you. And she's looking like, what? And I happen to know that you're trying to get genetic testing for Trina. What? Is it because you feel she might carry the schizophrenia markers that's on Curtis's side of the family? How could you? And she's like, look, oh my God. You know, how could you know that? Are you invading my privacy? You know? And Jordan's like, no. Why Jordan didn't say, for one, you shouldn't have those kind of private conversations at the top of the Metro Court by the pool. I heard you trying to make an appointment, and I heard you say, oh, it's not for me, it's for my daughter, from the familial side. She could have just repeated Jordan's conversation to Jordan, and Jordan would have hit the floor, period. Because Jordan's eyes started getting watery. So are you threatening me? Are you telling me that you're going to tell Curtis if I, and Jordan's like, look, I'm just telling you this. Curtis has a right to know. Curtis has a right to know. So watch. Tomorrow, Jordan's going to be leaving out of that office with her purse up under her arms, all in tears, okay? Because, yeah, somebody knows. And not just somebody that really wants her husband back, because she's still married to him. She's still married to him. So that was pretty good to me. Now, the next best thing, we have Michael going to the PCPD, talking to Dante, saying, oh, you know what? I'm just making sure everything's okay. What if you, and Dante's like, well, for one, I can't tell you. You know, for two, you know, Dex left, Sonny took Dex with him and whatever. So Michael goes to the office at the, you know, the Corinthos, not the, it's his little restaurant, right? Sonny has Dex. It's hilarious. Mob boss style in a refrigerator, all tied up, and Dex is swinging, hanging there. Boss, no boss. Look, I don't know, and I'm surprised Sonny hasn't said. Well, then look, I told you to watch Diane. What happened? You tell me what happened. Why weren't you watching her, keeping her safe? See, he hasn't even asked Dex that. I would love to hear Dex's explanation. The only thing Dex is saying, I'm not the killer, boss. I'm not the killer. Oh, yeah, I'm sick of your lies. You think I believe everything you say? I don't believe nothing that comes out of your mouth. Sonny had the look, that chilling Sonny look, after he had his guy rough Dex up in his suit. So then Selena Wu is sharing the carver with him, who's, I guess, the guy's famous for slicing and dicing, carving you up, right? And he's like, no, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to have Jim over there continue to beat you up. The carver is good at extracting information. And so then Sonny's other guy comes and whispers in his ear, telling him Michael is here. So Sonny's like, oh, good God Almighty. So he says, you know what? I'm gonna let you get acquainted with the Carver. And then when I come back, you should be ready to give me some information. You should be ready to talk. And so Sonny walks out, and the guy walks over and he opens up his knives and he starts sharp. And Dex goes, I know you're just doing this to scare me. You're not really gonna do, you're just doing this to scare me, to get me to say something. And the guy looks at him and goes, I don't do anything just to scare anybody. Huh. And good. You don't want to talk? I love it when people don't make it easy for me. Uh-huh. Yeah, that makes this fun. And like that makes this interesting. I'm gonna poke and slice and slit and but Michael's out there just questioning Sonny. And the funny thing is he's tipping his hand. You left the PCPD with Dex. What, do you feel Dex did it? What makes you think he did it? And what happened to him? Where is he? And Sonny is like, for one thing, you don't want me in your life. So what are you doing here? He's like, and for two, you don't even really know Dex. What is he to you? Why do you care? Why are you asking me all these questions about Dex? And Michael's just looking. He's trying to think fast on his feet. Like, no, I just know the way you operate. No, you don't know nothing, Michael. What are you talking about? I dropped Dex off at his apartment. That's what Sonny should have said. I've already dropped him off. So I don't know what you're talking about. And like I said, you guys know each other better than I think you do. Because see, then Michael would be leaving thinking, okay, if he dropped him off at his apartment, he can't say you didn't drop him off at his apartment because I was already at his apartment and he's not there, because that would mean Michael knows Dex personally, right? So Michael is, I don't know, Sonny is really looking at this and getting a little suspicious. Good, Sonny. Good, get really suspicious. And I'm hoping that he gets, he kind of turns the tables on Michael, because I'm really not liking Michael at all right now. So especially over, because you hurt my mama, and your mama has already moved on, idiot. Get out of here with that. Okay, let's go to comment corner. I'm gonna kind of breeze through these comments. Jane says she thinks it's a cop. Lisa says that, right, Carly thought the couch would pull out. It's going to be Carly and Drew's adventures in Jacksonville. And then says, finally, Jordan remembers the truth. Yes, Portia needs to talk to Curtis about Trina. Poor Sasha, she has no access to her money. And when Curtis finds out about Trina, it's going to break his world. Yes, because your Portia did lie and kept a big secret. It can't be Rory. On Diane's death, he was with Jocelyn and the others. Yes, he was. Lisa also says, time for Sonny to question Dex. Look out, Dex. Dex is looking out. His poor arms are hurting right about now. Ooh, right there at the shoulders. Man, all of that. Oh my goodness, poor Dex. Thank goodness you're light, right? Robin says, who will be Dex's lawyer? Also, Dex looks like he's scared to leave the police station with Sonny. Yes, he did, and he should be scared. Like Nina helping, she liked Nina helping Sasha with and Gladys. Antoinette says, good Lord, Scotty taking on Sonny's secrets as his attorney. The hooker is the attorney who was trying to put Trina in jail. Okay, that's funny, right? And then we have Annette also says that Sonny called attorney Morris Bart. One click. That's it. LOL. I don't know who. Was that some like a commercial? Maybe that's geographical, because I don't know who that is. Hello there says, side note, not for nothing, but the whole killer corresponding with the invader was taken from real life. Yeah. The technique was actually done in the Son of Sam killings in New York during the 1977. And I guess the killer would go ahead and correspond, but not give any confessions. And Sheila says, I feel something is amiss with Rory. He hasn't surfaced yet. Surfaced where? We don't know if Rory is there for the double date. Oh, if he was there the whole time. Yeah, we sure don't, but I don't think it's Rory. Yes, Esme was happy to see him and Trina together when she spied on them. However, I believe it's because that's what she wanted Rory to do, is get close to Trina. She wanted Rory to make inroads. I don't know. I don't think Rory really knew her, because remember, at the pool, Esme was trying to get to know Rory, trying to get him to put a little sunscreen on her back. And he was trying to play her and get her phone, and then she got pissed off. I do not think, well, not think, Roy and Esme are not working together. I think he's working for Miss Wu as a plan at the PCPD. Well, could be, to get close, in order to get close to Trina. Why would Miss Wu want to get close to Trina? Maybe for information about her Curtis. No, Trina doesn't know anything about Curtis, so that would not be it. And let's see, if that's the case, I'll bet he's actually really falling in love with her. Yes, he is falling in love with Trina. Then I'm going to kind of skim through. We have enough storylines going on. We do not need to see Carly in Florida. We actually don't. We need to move right along with what we have going on with the hooker killer. We've got Liz. Well, you know what? We could skip through Liz's trauma too, as far as I'm concerned. I would love to see Valentine and Anna really getting Charlotte back, you know, because that's not cool. And then Brooklyn says, I can't believe that Carly agreed to stay in Jacksonville. She agreed with Sonny. The Carly I know would have told Sonny, I'm coming home to be with my children. Bye, Sonny, and hung up, and she would have got the next flight home. I know, that's Carly. There's no way I'm going to have my daughter Jocelyn, who's staying back in the dorms, back in Port Charles with a serial killer running around. That just would not happen. I would be back home. Okay. And then the Foxy Lady 14 says, you know, when Brando said he heard the bangles and the killer lifted their hands, I thought about Selena Wu. She is one cold chick and may want to bring Sonny down. I mean, under her total control. Nope. I think Selena would send someone. She doesn't do it. She would never do her own dirty work ever in life. Okay. See, the hooker has to not be afraid of a little blood splatter on him. Selena would not get her Jimmy Choos, nor her designer dresses, nor her expensive makeup messed up. No mob boss would. They don't do their own dirty work like that. And then Medora says Molly is the lawyer and she could get some advice from Alexis, because I was talking about what attorneys are left. I forgot about Scott Baldwin just because we haven't really seen Scott in a while, so I forgot about him. And Molly is changing to defense versus prosecution, so they just haven't really shown her for us to see, did she make that changeover? I would love to see Molly prosecuting some cases. During the last outing with Aaliyah, that's when Molly mentioned she was switching sides. Medora says, I like Nina's help, being helpful for Sasha, but Maxie would have been a big help. I know, they were supposed to be friends, and Maxie did lose Nathan suddenly, violently. Sasha and Maxie could really relate. I mean, they have that in common, and Maxie could comfort her. There isn't one lawyer left. Yep, Scott Baldwin. And Sandy thought the kids looked cute on their double date. Portia passed up another chance to tell Curtis the truth before Jordan does. Anariana says here, are you surprised by either Drew or Jocelyn? Dex should be worried about Sonny. Yep. Sonny, the Sonny that runs Port Charles is no joke. And here he is. Yep, here's Sonny. I think it's funny that Carly talked to Sonny as soon as Sonny called her. Well, yeah, when she got her phone, she did pick up, and then she really didn't call Drew. First time she really talked to Drew is when he showed up at her door. But guess what? When she did get her phone back, Drew was probably in the air flying to Florida, so he wouldn't have gotten a phone call anyway. And Kai says, look how precise Rory threw that axe. He's suspicious. No, he's a cop. He's a cop. And who else was at the little axe throwing place? And they were darn good at throwing them axes. I forget, but somebody, there's a lot of people that are. Let's see. And then we have Ron, our last comment. Sonny has put his foot down. Now he's pissed. And the police will back off now. Back off, Dex. Dex is about to feel Sonny's wrath, so he better come clean. I know, but I think somehow Michael's gonna somehow pull up enough guff, intervene. I don't know. Whatever Michael does, it is tipping his hand to Sonny, and that's gonna be a big mistake for Michael. Sonny's really gonna be on guard now. So that's it for Comment Corner. Thank you so much for all of these comments. General Hospital is pretty good. You know, nothing earth-defying, earth-shattering, but it's moving along. And I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing right now. So I will be back for the daily recap for Thursday, September the 29th, tomorrow.